All right. Hey guys. So now it's gold time. So gold again. Reviewing this week. I was expecting a pullback before a possible continuation down because market structure needed to form a proper market structure in the higher time frames. But however, one second. However, nothing happened. All we did do is we got rejected from the previous lower high and we created a lower low, breaking this lower low. Again, this week I didn't take much of a trade. This actual engulfing was a very good trade, but I was asleep during that time. And by the time I woke up, it was already down here. So this was already a very, very good short that you could have taken. And I would have definitely taken it because it engulfed the previous two candles. And if you look at the risk to reward, since this is our lower low, right, we want to target on our next low. It's a 2.74 risk to reward ratio. So it's a really good trade that you guys could have taken. Obviously, at the moment, I'm not quite sure what will happen next. From the looks of it, we are kind of maybe creating a bearish flag, but at the same time, we are, in a weird situation. But what I do see here is a double bottom. Right, we broke the neckline. Like, we kind of retested it now. So the possibilities of us going higher is there. There was a big fake out that happened. We went up and then we went straight down and then we went up. So in my eyes, this is quite a good indication that we could go higher. What will happen though, this I cannot be sure of. We'll have to wait and see what will happen during the day. But because, like I mentioned in USD JPY video, it's going to be quite interesting simply because, how to say, we had a bad, sorry, 1 second. We had a bad, I can't talk today. We had a bad NFP, but very good unemployment. So that'll be interesting to see. So since we don't know what's going on, let me just remove everything and start from the top. When you don't know what to do, guys, the best thing you guys can do is to simply start from the top, because that gives you the clearest indication of what was happening. If I do that, actually, I'm not going to do this. I forgot. There's no point for me doing that anymore. You can see that monthly close like that, right? So, no, it's clear understanding that's a rejection, but nothing really is forming it to tell us that it's a very strong rejection on the monthly. So 1365. So that just top of the wicks and everything. Just take that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I still see there's a possibility for gold to go down. There is no particular reason why it won't continue down. So let's see. So you can see over here that gold's at a very interesting spot, right? We clearly didn't break this support. There was no break of that support whatsoever. What? Let me just readjust this. There was no break of the support. And it's clearly rejected upwards, but that doesn't mean it's gonna not go up. Let me just quickly have a look at this real quick. If I do that, nah. Keep it like this. Oh, shit. This is weekly, so clearly we're still ranging. Like I said, we won't break unless we have a weekly break out of this somewhere, either up or down. And from the looks of it, I still see down at the moment. I still see down, even though there's a rejection candle. Something to me tells me something quite interesting. That was we just tested, opened up the way there, but Who knows? Who knows? Not quite sure what could happen. So you see here? $1305. Let's do that. Okay, 1304. You can see here, we kind of retest. You know, we broke down, created a low. We closed before all this. That's why, for me, it looks like we have a lower high to create, right? We have a lower high on the daily to create, because previous to this, we were respecting it very well, right? None of it closed below. If you look here, none of it closed below. This little drop was just a little fake out, right? And then we went back up. But this time around, we actually closed under. So to me, this says that there's a very strong possibility of me finally getting my 1.270 area. That is finally getting there. I think it has a very strong possibility of getting there. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to pull out the Fibonacci thing to see, because this area is just very nice. And there's also this area right here. So let's just pull it out and see which level is like the nice one. So as you can see, if we just do it from here, I guess, you can see 0.38 here looks good, and 0.618 here looks good, in my opinion. And that's where I wanted to see. Just wanted to confirm with the Fibonacci tool. But right here, to me, makes the most sense. Let's see how 0.5 looks. Yeah, 0.5 looks fine. But wait, if I put candle close here, nah, this looks much better. 1.23, and our other one would be right up here where all these candles close, you can see, and that would be 0.315. So instead of doing that, actually, I'm gonna plot a red line, because that's where I want to find my yeah, 0.315 looks good. That's when I want to see a possible higher low, a lower high. Sorry. So if I can get a lower high there, I'd be quite happy around these areas. Yeah. Let me just kind of let me just take the tools out. I'm gonna just draw this out. LH targets. And then I will just take a drawing like this. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be pretty perfect. But that's my possible lower high that I'm looking for. I simply believe that US dollar is still very strong. I just don't believe we can just break a support just like that. You know, when you look at things like this, it doesn't look like we could just do that. I feel like there needs to be a lower high, and I'm probably not taking a trade this week until something actually forms. Right now, there's nothing forming. I'm going to wait for an engulfing candle around here somehow. At the moment, there's nothing. So, sorry, excuse me. Right now, there's nothing going on that I can see that for me to take a trade. I feel like what I'd have to do is wait around here, and that will give me a good sign of what's happening. So but this is interesting because it retested this double bottom right here with the news, and it clearly respected it. So I just want to see how it looks like on the 1 hour. So you can see this area right here was clearly respected of this double bottom. Wow, it's just disgusting looking chart on the 1 hour. Ooh, don't even go in it much. But you can see that this is already a next zone, right? It's most likely going to either break it or it's going to drop, right? So 1315 is a strong zone. Did we break? No, right on 1315, pretty much. So if we can break that zone, 1318, most recent market structure. But if we can break this zone, that'd be perfect, right? So I'm just going to draw this now back on the green. You can see that this is a very strong zone. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 3, 5. And then we have this minor zone right here. I'm just going to put it at 1, 3, 1, 5 and see how it looks like. Yeah, so we have this zone, which looks good, as you see in the past. All right. So that would be interesting to see what happens. This is our double bottom. This is our first area. We have a retest. So this is our next area. Doop, doop, and then doop. Right? So what's possible next is to have a look at these zones. For me, it's still very very ugly looking. Things haven't been looking too great. But finally, we have some kind of drop, and then now we have a pullback. So in my opinion, things are starting to trend. This has created our trend. We create the lower low. We have the double bottom. But on the daily, we want the lower high. So I'm aiming around here or around here, but I honestly just want it about here because we haven't retested this broken support or this or that. This is our drop. So we have a lot of empty space. So that'll be interesting to see what will happen. In all honesty, we could just drop. No surprise from there. Speaking of which, what's our next take profit area? Like I didn't draw the thing down. Okay, we got this area right here. 1295. If you decide to drop, it's definitely going to 1295. Just wanted to check that first. 1295, right? Okay, something's wrong. I can't move it. Obviously, this is to 1295. Honestly, what the hell? Super weird. Super weird, man. Never happens like this. Okay, so you guys know that's 1295. If not, it goes up. Wow, that lagged. You see that? Shit is lagging again. Really weird. Obviously, it can go up, and we can start our bullish trend because we're taking out our lower high. Right, this is our lower high. We have double bottom. Trend has changed, but it's possible for us to just drop, create a lower high on the daily, or we could continue up after breaking this, retesting this, and then continuing probably to around here, like one. Yeah. So that's possible. These are possibilities for this week. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm gonna wait and see. Last week it was just a drop, so I didn't take much of a trade. My EU just kept going and giving me more. My UJ kept going, giving me more. My UC kept going, giving me more, and my GU kept going, giving me more. But I got out of all trades. Now, all trades are out. I'm out of everything. Now I'm going to be slowly and patiently waiting for my setup. If that means waiting a week for something to form, sure. But right now, there is no direction. We have been ranging, and that's all I know. So let's see what happens. Remember, guys, the news this week, not much is coming up. On Tuesday, he speaks, so that'll be quite interesting. I'm sure he will spark. I feel like Monday is going to be that day where everything pulls back, creates that market structure, and then when he speaks on Tuesday, he's going to be like, hey, guys, guess what? We're super strong. We're going to hike rates next month. Let's see. And then everything else, maybe CPI, okay, whatever. But people who are trading GBP, keep an eye out for the official bank rate. It's going to be crazy. I'll be watching the fireworks. I'm not trading that. That's it, guys, for gold. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate this every week.